We're continuing with our detailed reviews of the new Seydel Symphony Grand Chromatic Harmonica. And I'm doing this series because I think that it's so much better a harp, that with so many design improvements, that it's really worth our time to look closely at each one. So we're going to look today at tuning, and if you're wondering what this is, it's a Kettlewell frictionless mouthpiece, which I use. We're going to be talking about tuning. Now, a company has to decide what kind of calibration they're going to use for the tuning. And of course, a harmonica, you can't turn a key like on a guitar. You set the tuning for the whole instrument as you do with piano. In this case, Seydel is using 443. A is 443 hertz, which works perfectly with orchestra and symphony, okay? Because that's about what they use, 442, 443, but 442, it'll work because each note tends to go just a hair flat when you play it, so, you know, for most players. So 443 works great. Since we can't change the pitch of our instrument while we're sitting in front of the orchestra, it's important that it be set correctly. So this is a correct setting. It's interesting, this is a swan. It's not tuned to 443, but to 445. So it plays sharp because orchestras in Asia are tuned a little bit sharper than ours. Isn't that interesting? Now, this is something you probably haven't seen, or you may have. It's a Korg chromatic tuner. And the way these work is that you set over here what the reference hertz are. So I'm going to use a 443, okay? And I'm going to play this, and you'll be able to see, is it dead on or not? Perfect. Straight up and down on the green. That means 443. See what happens over here. It's sharp. Yeah, because this one is not tuned to 443, but to 445. So these are kind of fun. Let me show you something else that you'll enjoy. Suppose that somebody gets a little lazy and they let their tongue go up a little bit, which creates a slight bend. Look how it affects the tuning. Incorrect technique takes instruments flat, chromatic harmonicas. So that's why you want to have correct technique when you play. These are fun to have, and I use them actually for tuning reeds. Yeah, I need an accurate calibration. These are not expensive. I don't know, $12, $15, $18 at most. Korg chromatic tuner CA30. They're all over the place on the web. But anyhow, getting back, this is an important decision on the part of a manufacturer. 443, in my opinion, is the correct tuning for a chromatic harmonica. And note that if you want to play with somebody who's a little flat on their tuning with some band that's local, you can always just take the notes a hair flat from your play just by letting your tongue come up a little bit. So it's easy to go down. But the point is, if you're using correct embouchure and the instrument is tuned at a given tuning, you'll never get higher than that on pitch. So you can bring it down with technique, but you can't take it up off its correct setting if you're using proper embouchure. It's pegged at 443. It won't go sharper. Doesn't matter what you do. So where they're set is very, very important. And the Seydel Symphony Grand Chromatic is set up properly. Again, I've always felt when playing with orchestras that the instrument was a little flat. And the reason I felt that way is it was. This one's not. It's great.